broadcasting from my bedroom, and I want to give you some tips on how to do a proper interview. There's a couple rules you must follow. There's two ways to impress an interviewer. There's nonverbal and there's verbal. And the nonverbal is just as important as verbal, and maybe just as maybe more important because how you act and what you say may be two different things. So you gotta be careful with your body language when you're doing an interview. First of all, your handshake. It must be firm and strong. It shows the interview that you are confident and you're ready and you're not nervous. You may be nervous, but you still need that strong and firm handshake. Don't squeeze his hand, but just give him a nice little one. Just nice and firm, strong and firm, and that should give you your interview a good impression. Your first impression. Your first impression is very important. I know I've already been telling you, the first impression is the first. It is important, and that could ruin you, or it can make or break you. So when you're in the interview, try not to bore the interviewer. When you go in, don't just sit down. Just wait there. Just stand there until the employer will ask you to sit. In this case, you will be seated. Stay straight. Maintain a good posture. The whole thing. Don't forget to talk with your hands during your interview. When you're saying the interview, don't say more than that actually is asked. Talk with your hands like I am doing right now, because I'm just natural. I just talk with my hands all the time, and it's very important you do that. And if you see your interviewer's face sagging, or you can see a bored, glazed eyes there, you gotta step up your interview. You don't want a big long story. You want just two phrases that will just put you ahead of all the other interviewers. You probably spent 2 hours yesterday or the whole day yesterday interviewing other people. You gotta make yourself more available and more competitive, and tell them why he should hire you on top of all those other people. So that's very important. Another thing is, you gotta talk in war stories. War stories is, as we all know, veterans talk about experiences. That's what it is. You talk about experiences. About question, if he asks you like, tell me about this time that you showed leadership. You say, there was this time that I had to do this, and this is what happened, and this is how I solved it. That is very keen and tells you have experience in. You have experience and you know how to problem solve, which is very important every job you do. And second of all, just stay calm, breathe. You might be nervous, you might be a nervous wreck, but you still gotta keep in there. And again, don't bore your interviewer. Very important. Retain a good posture. You're supposed to give nice, concrete, and solid answers, not go if you're going to if you can't think of anything, just pause for a second and continue. If you had to think, you might feel sketchy because you might think you're sketchy. You might think you're sketchy because you're stopping and thinking. You might think you're lying, but it actually is more better to think about your answers before doing anything else. Because if you go you really got to think. But before all this happens, you need to rehearse for your interview. You need to find a bunch of questions on the internet or formulate some yourself, and formulate answers for each one. You need to be ready. You need to just prepare 8 hours for your 1 hour interview. You got to be ready for any question, because you never know which question is gonna pop out. Like, seriously, I've been to interviews myself, and you really gotta be ready for everything. You really got to. They ask you questions, and they try to trick you. They try to trick you pretty well. And a friend of mine, he went for a policing job, and he actually asked him if If he ever done drugs, oh, you can tell me, nothing's gonna happen. You know what? Don't fall for that. Always tell the truth, always, and nothing but the truth. People do respect your truth, and it's very important. This is all I got for today, and I might have some tomorrow or in another video. And this is the basic investigative and interview tips that I have for the present moment, for what I can think of. And I am going to let you guys go now, and see you later.